You're not just a little nervous in this house.
Hey, there's not one thing to be afraid of in this house. Okay?
This is interesting to me, Hell Baby, because it's horrific and comedic. How did you guys create this story? How did it come to fruition? And what inspired you to write it?
That's a great question. I think we're both big horror fans. I would say we're obsessive horror fans. We love horror films.
I watch more horror movies than comedies.
Absolutely, by far. Both of us.
We grew up on movies like American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
That was a horror movie that was really funny.
If you can master comedy, you can probably master horror because there's sort of like a nudge away from each other. Being sincerely funny and being sincerely scary are really just a little marginal difference.
There's a lot of timing and chemistry, and it was fun to write it as a sincere horror movie, but then cast people who are hilarious and kind of get both.
You can't move into the maison de song and not raise a few eyebrows.
Fresnel?
Fresnel. It's spelled just like it sounds.
Yeah, F''RESNEL.
In Hell Baby, you're the voice of reason, but you stay in the house, so how is that reasonable?
In my head, I mapped out a whole justification for it, but it's probably super boring. And I can't remember it.
I doubt it's boring.
So these are times when you're like, you know what? Normally I would leave this house, but this is a special time in my life, and I'm not gonna leave this house.
People don't even know this neighborhood exists.
No, that's actually not true. That's not true. White people don't know that this neighborhood exists. This neighborhood is on the upswing.
Myself and Paul Scheer are two idiot cops from New Orleans that get roped into this whole thing. It'll make complete sense. Right now, you're at home on the internet or whatever, and you're like, oh man, I should just watch internet pornography. Why am I watching this interview? But once the movie comes out, you'll be like, oh, I remember that. That's really funny.
There's a scene in the movie where my character is bloody. And now we were shooting this movie in New Orleans, and when I was there, I bought a bike. And I sold it on Craigslist in the last day. So I'm covered in blood in a police officer's uniform. And I'm selling my bike to a passerby. I'm like, hey, you want to get this bike? Guy did not question I was a police officer covered in blood. He was like, how much? I was like, $50. He gave me $50. Didn't say a word. That's New Orleans. They don't care that the cops are bloody. He had no idea there was a movie going on.
Do you have any gum?
I do.
Your breath smells really good. And I have I have really,
I have gum.
I have bad breath anxiety.
You have bad breath anxiety? You don't have bad breath. Hang on.
This is
I'll go
a
get
really
it.
free form.
You hold the mic and talk to the camera.
ahead.
I'll be right back.
I think people might say like, oh, is that a spoof? That sounds like a spoof. No, this movie will scare the dickens out of you. Like, you know, when they used to put a movie out, they'd say, it's a butt clencher.
I don't know if they ever put
did.
out movies that...
My bearded friend will corroborate. They used to say,
I don't think that's true.